Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello, my name is Erin, and today I'm going to be playing with this guy. I just got this today in the mail. I was like, let me film with it quickly because this is the fastest I've ever gotten a Natasha Denona palette. I feel like I just ordered this and it came so fast. So I got it today in the mail, opened it up, and I was like, what can we do with this? So I decided to do a 3 looks 1 palette with it, just because, I don't know, when I first saw this I was just like, I'm gonna get that, and I picked it up and here it is, and already I'm liking it so much. So I did 3 looks with it. This is one of the looks you're seeing right now, and 2 other looks, one I did on this eye and one I did on the other one, are going to be in this video. So if you want to see that, definitely just keep on watching. But before we get into the rest of the video, definitely think about subscribing to the channel if you're not already. I would hate for you to miss out on any more content. If you like makeup videos and movie videos talking about makeup or talking about movies, this is the place for you. So hit the subscribe button down below. Also, hit the like button by the end of the video if you like it, of course. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let's just hop right into it. I'm going to put some swatches up before we get into the looks, but I'm going to go ahead and get into creating these 3 looks, trying to figure out what I can do with this palette, because there's some interesting ways we can go. We can do blues, we could do pinks, we could do a mixture. So I'm just going to see where my brain leads me. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright you guys, I'm going to just show you the swatches really quick on my hand. We have the first shade here, which is Mindful. We have Luster here, which is a gold shade. We have this brown shade Balance, which almost has like a sort of pink tint to it. I don't know. Then we have the shade Flow and the shade Mantra. This palette has a mixture of mattes, metallic, duochrome, and chroma eyeshadows, which she explains how to use. So let me read off what she said there and get you the next row of shadows as well. Alright you guys, the next row is going to be the shade Aura, which is such a pretty like golden orange pink shade. All those in there, I think definitely that one's a duochrome. Vigor, Relief, which are 2 matte shades there. Then we have Equilibrium. Oh god, I'm saying that wrong. And Breath. And then Breath, that shade kind of reminded me of this shade from the Circle Local palette. Now that I swatched it next to each other, there is a difference, but similar. So this one is not from the Zendo palette, it's from the Circle Local palette. I just swatched it next just to kind of compare. Okay, and with her shadows, so for her mattes, she says apply with a fluffy eyeshadow brush to blend or detail brushes for precision. That did not make sense. Okay, and then for the metallic, duochrome, and chroma shades, she says to apply with a dense eyeshadow brush for a subtle finish. For high payoff or foiled finish, apply with a damp eyeshadow brush or with the tip of your fingers. So pretty typical. All right you guys, the last row in the palette, we have the shade Sense, which is such a beautiful like coppery shade. Then we have the shade Tranquil, and then the shade Calm. This shade here had a different type of formula. It's almost like, yeah, like almost like a cream, but not quite that creamy powder formula she has in some of her palettes. I don't think I've ever had any palette with that formula in it. Maybe I do, maybe I'm tripping. But that one is Calm. Then we have the shade Yama up here, which has a more of a translucent but kind of shiny, beautiful, glittery shade. And it has sort of a shift to it as well. It's really pretty. I have it on the eye right now. And then the shade Zeal, which is the last matte in the shade. Matte in the palette. Kind of swatched a little bit patchy, but I have it on my eye. It's really beautiful on the eye. So swatches don't always mean everything. So those are the last 5 shades in the palette. And so now that we've done swatches, let's go ahead and get into the 3 looks. Alright you guys, so I'm going to be going into the first look here on this eye. And I'm going to hop in with my tapered blending brush. I'm going to this shade right here that is called Balance. And this shade looks really pretty. I'm going to try to get a little closer so we can see what's going on. So I'm going to take that shade onto the brush and just put it right into the crease using windshield wiper motions. Alright, that shade went on really easily. I took it quite far up and it blended out beautifully. Just had a nice little color for the transition. A nice just browny orangey shade. Next, I'm going to hop into this shade called Vigor right here, and I'm going to place that more into the crease area more specifically and create here more of a warm look. Alright, that shade blended really nicely. It actually is a lot less warm than what it looks like in the pan there. It actually blends out to be almost more of a more kind of red, be neutral, like almost browny red. Really pretty. There is a bit of blending here that I need to do. A little patchy. That might be because of the eyeshadow primer though, not because of the palette, which I think that's definitely the case. I think it's because when I took off my makeup from earlier, I might not have done such a good job. But we will keep moving along. We don't need to keep focusing on that. Next, I'm going to take this shade called Mindful, and I'm going to use that to see if I can deepen up the outer corner. I'm taking this BH Cosmetics 103 brush, and this shade looks to be almost a little bit more of like that maybe cream to powder formula, or possibly like a satin shimmer or a satin formula. So I'm going to just put that onto the outer part to deepen out. Alright, next you guys, I'm going to take this shade Aurora and I'm going to put that all over the lid. I'm going to use a finger for this. And this shade is sort of almost like a satiny shade, not super glittery or shiny, but it is going to do the job here. It's a pretty color. Alright, I'm gonna just top over the top of that a little bit of this shade called Yama, and I'm gonna just put just a tiny bit in the center of the eye just to give it a little more sparkle. And we're gonna be finished with this first look. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna do the second look on the other eye. And so the eye is primed already, and I'm gonna be using the same brush. I'm just gonna clean it off with my brush cleaner. And I'm going to hop right into this shade called Relief right there. Ooh, that has a lot of kick up in the pan. Okay. Okay, you guys, that shade went down so nicely. It blended really beautifully on the eye. I used a combination of patting or packing the color on, and also blending across with back and forth or windshield wiping motions. Next, I'm going to take that same brush from BH Cosmetics, the 103, and I want to do something a bit different. I've been using pinks to set down on my eye and then putting other colors on top of it, and I've really been liking how that looks. So I'm going to play with the blues and green, these blue-green colors over here with that pink. So I'm going to take this shade right there, which is called Mantra, and I'm going to put that on the outer part of the eye and also on the inner part, kind of creating a sort of halo eye. And this shade, I'm going to just build it up slowly. That's a really pretty color. And then I'm also going to take a little bit and put it into the inner part of the eye. Okay, now just for some blending, I'll be right back. Alright you guys, next I'm going to take this blue shade, which is called Flow, and I'm going to put that right in the center using my finger. Alright you guys, that's pretty much for the end for that one. I am going to do the lower lash line on this eye though as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, hold on, I'm going to clean my brush off. I'm going to take some of the pink shade Relief and put that on there first. Perfect. Then I'm going to take some of the blue shade and just slap that in to the outer part. I'm going to blend that out just a bit. Using this shade Breath, I'm going to just kind of smoke that out just a tiny bit. And then taking my finger, I'm going to put just a tiny bit of that Flow shade into the inner corner. Okay. And a flat brush I'm going to use to take it onto the lower lash line just a little bit. The same Flow shade, the shimmer blue shade, just right at the beginning. The front here, kind of connect those. Okay, all right, that's going to be it for the second look. I'm going to go off camera and finish my eyebrows and whatnot, and then I'll be back. All right you guys, here's the two eye looks with using this palette. This one, which is a more neutral bronzy look, which I really like actually. Came out really pretty, super cute. And then this one, almost more of a like cotton candy look here with the pink and the blue. I think that the blues worked really nice. I love them. And the pink underneath there and then the pop of pink at the bottom just really goes all together so well. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the third look now. So I'm gonna wipe these two looks off and come back with the third look. All right you guys, I'm gonna go into the third and final look. I've already done it on one eye. I'm just gonna show you guys what I did. So first I'm gonna go back into that shade Relief, that pink shade, and I'm gonna use the fluffy brush, tapered blending brush, and I'm going to put that right into the crease using again a series of packing as well as blending or back and forth motions. I really like that shade. It's really pretty. It just blends so easily and effortlessly. Next, I'm going to hop into this shade right here called Calm, and I'm going to pick that up on the same brush. I don't know if that's necessarily the best brush to pick that on. I'm not sure about what kind of formula that is, but I'm just going to place that in similar areas, the pink shade, and blend those two together. Next, I'm going to take this shade Zeal down here. It's almost like a grayish green shade, and I'm going to put that into the outer corner. Next, I want to go into this shade Sense right here, and I'm going to put that on the outer part. I'm going to use my finger for this shade. It's a really pretty, soft, subtle shade. And I'll put that close to that shade, that green shade, green-gray shade there. Next, you guys, I went ahead and put a little bit of the NYX glitter glue in the inner part of my eye. I'm gonna go in with this shade Yama. I find that it's a little bit, it's really, really, really beautiful, but it helps to pop it more, the color more, because it's a bit sheer if you have the glitter glue down. So I'm gonna place that into the inner corner. At least that's what I think, because when I tapped it over the other color in the first look, I just felt that it would be good with the glitter glue. And that is so pretty. It has kind of a shift to it, almost has some green in there, which is showing through on the eyes, which actually goes well with these colors. I thought it wouldn't when I first put it on, but the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm liking it. And then I'm just gonna blend, of course, the edges. Okay, there we go. As far as the lower lash line, I took a small brush. This one here is the Essence Smoky Eyes brush. I took the shade Zeal again, which is right there, and I'm just gonna smoke that onto the outer part of the lower lash line. Then I took the shade Relief, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line as well. And then lastly, again, cleaning my brush off, I'm going to take this shade that I haven't used until now on the lower lash line. It's called Tranquil, and I'm gonna smoke that over the pink matte shade. I'm gonna put that shimmer, and I didn't wet the brush or anything. I just could have used it dry. All right, for inner corner highlight, let's see, what would be good? Maybe I'll just pop that Tranquil shade in the inner corner as well. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to spray it for the inner corner and just top that into the inner corner. All right, you guys, I'm going to just put some mascara on and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, here I am back with a little bit of mascara on. Final look done. I think this might be my favorite look out of the three. What is going on up here? I feel like that was, okay. Yeah, I think this might be my favorite look out of the three. I just really love that pink shade and the crease is really pretty. And the shimmer shades are beautiful. I especially love this one. Yama is just giving me life on the inner part of the eye. So hopefully you guys like this look as well as the other three looks, but it's really pretty. I like it. I like that shade in the outer corner as well. I think it's a great shade for deepening up the eye. It looks really pretty, and the whole look just came all together. So I went ahead and finished off with my Perversion mascara and some lipstick, and I already had my face done, obviously. So yeah, thank you guys so much. That's pretty much the end of this video. I appreciate you guys watching and clicking on this video. Hopefully you got something out of this and got some ideas on how to use this palette. I'll definitely be using it more. Overall, if I were to give my quick thoughts on it, for my first impression doing these three looks, the shadows work really, really well. I wasn't expecting anything other than that from Natasha Denona. I think the formula is just her great formula that she's had in her other palettes that I've used. At least I haven't had any bad experiences so far with the brand, and I think that these shadows are just really, really well formulated. They're very beautiful. They translate well in the eye. I especially, like I said, love that shade Relief, that shade Yama, Zeal, that was really pretty. The shades I didn't use would be like Equilibrium, Aura, Luster, Yeah, those are the ones I didn't use. Every other shade, I pretty much used every other shade in here, so that's awesome. And I like this palette a lot. So I'm gonna do some swatches now. They'll probably put them in at the beginning of the video, but I'm gonna do some swatches right now, and I'll pop those in at the beginning of the video. You probably have already seen them, so it's weird for me to be saying that right now. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely leave this video a thumbs up and a comment down in the comment section if you are getting this palette or not, if you're interested. And also, you guys, definitely think about subscribing. If you are not subscribed to my channel, definitely keep coming back, and I hope you will enjoy more content that I'm going to be coming out with in the future. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and stay safe. Adios.